Alright, so the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 leaked, and then Rockstar was like, hey, here you go, go watch the actual version. So we're headed back to Vice City. That's right, we're returning to the lovely beaches of this great place that's filled with apparently a lot of gators. So, anyways, be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. We're just going to be watching it, talking about it. Hopefully, Rockstar doesn't take any issue with that. That would be lovely. So, yeah, here we go. To me, the biggest thing here is that the density. It's absolutely amazing. Like, obviously, I'm like reacting to it, but I've watched it. We've all watched it. But, like, its actual literal gameplay is the most amazing part of this. And we'll talk about that as we go through it a second time through. But, like, this is just absolutely amazing what they put together here. Like, I was completely surprised. Obviously, we were expecting this to be, was it tomorrow or something like that? But yeah, then the leak, and then they just dropped it, and it looks amazing. Like, this genuinely looks absolutely fantastic. The character detail, the quantity of cars and people, the action seems like a true Grand Theft Auto for the modern era. It really, really does. And it's got that like Bonnie and Clyde kind of angle to it. And then of course, Grand Theft Auto 6, the full Vice City focus, and then it says 2025, which is a bit off obviously. So we were expecting that to be initially a bit closer, and then they reported in their fiscal earnings that they had delayed their big moneymaker to like late 2024 or early 2025 as like the fiscal period. So it looks like they're going for 2025. Hopefully early 2025, because it's kind of crazy to have a trailer out that early and then not see it for that. Oh, it'll be current gen only. There's no way that this could run on a on Xbox One or PS4. There's absolutely no way. So like, let's kind of break this down and look at it a little deeper. But to me, this looks like actual gameplay. Now, the biggest thing that I will say that would be accurate in me saying that this is actually gameplay is the scene where there is a woman on the balcony. I'm trying to find it. Sorry, my like little scanner thing isn't the best for it. So the thing that you can tell is the hair technology. Where are the people on the balcony at? I'm trying to find the balcony people. But you can like take a look at the character models. It looks like a true current gen character model design. But then you can actually look at, again, the hair is where the biggest thing is. Maybe I just like let it play. It'll kind of get to the part. Because I'm trying to seek through to show you guys what I'm trying to talk about. But yeah, this Vice City looks absolutely amazing. It genuinely does. We'll kind of like stop and break through. But I want to get to the specific point that proves that like this is actually like gameplay going on here. And yeah, it's out because of the leak, which is amazing. But like the club scenes look fantastic. This one, okay, her right there. So can we go back to like 38 seconds? The OBS thing is like terrible for like pausing and showing gameplay. So there you go. Okay, so if you look at her hair strands, how it's got that sort of like, I don't know if you'd call it resolution scaling, but you'd call it like, when you see a character, hair is really hard to like render in a video game. And to me, the way the hair is done, you can see the strands and stuff like that, where it's kind of fuzzy. To me, that shows that this is absolutely gameplay. 100% gameplay. And just like, look at the density. Like, the character model looks absolutely fantastic. The level of detail in the city is incredible. It's so far stretching. The clouds, like the water in the close distance. Like, this is probably, I would assume, PC based, but like, this is actually going to be gameplay representative of what we're getting. Because you would assume, oh, maybe they'll do like a CGI trailer or something like that, but no, it looks amazing. Like, just look at that time of day. It's beautiful. The plane flying over, all the traffic, because that's the biggest thing I've noticed is that like it's just sort of, it's large and it's dense. There's tons of cars, there's tons of people. The clouds look amazing. The lighting technology is incredible here. Like, this is spectacular. And it seems like with the characters, they're going for like a modern Bonnie and Clyde kind of style, which we knew from the leaks many, many years ago that that's what they're doing. But I think this also confirms that this is set, at least it looks like, in the modern times too, right? And then the beach. Like, the beach is really, really dense, but it's also I think within the realms of the technology we have for gaming too. But like look at all the trees, all the kind of like houses. Now the biggest thing we're gonna have to do is take a look at this when this launches and compare it to the trailers we have now to see how that sort of goes. Yeah, 30 FPS I think is a real I think 30 FPS is a real possibility there. Like honestly, like looking at this, I like we're seeing games struggle on the Series X, and you know the Series S particularly. I I don't know if we're gonna see 60 FPS in this unless there's a mid-gen refresh. Honestly, I I just don't see how that's possible at all. Like look at all the flamingos, just like the quantity of them, because this will be an area that you'll just sort of go through and visit and yeah. Well, apparently there was a leak of the map and stuff, but yeah, and this is another scene too. It's just the beaches. Like the quantity of people there and the clothing textures, huge upgrades. So like the character models seem to be hugely improved for this game. And then the texturing of the clothing looks much more realistic. GTA 5, it's got like a very kind of like plasticky look at this point. But I mean, GTA 5 came out in what 2013 or something like that, and this will come out 2025. It's like a 12-year gap in technology. Using that math, you can literally count the amount of Grand Theft Autos you'll see before you die. That's crazy. But yeah, just like the clothing, the amount of characters moving around, the effects of like the characters stepping on the beach. I wonder if we're gonna get any sand deformation there. You see stuff flying over in the distance. Now the other question is going to be GTA Online versus the campaign stuff. Are they going to tone down how many like characters are there? What are they going to be doing? This looks like we have full boat chases, which makes sense to me. Characters partying, enjoying the scene. Yeah, the Series S is going to like roast doing this. The club scenes look amazing. Even the night lighting technology here is stunning. Like you look at how all the buildings, like far distance buildings, but close up you could see all the individual lit areas and all the cars going on. This is gonna like melt the Series S. Like the Series S is going to die. It's so cool. Like it looks legitimately amazing. Like we knew Rockstar was gonna come out and make something that looks fantastic. I mean, we've all, well, most of us, I think, have played Red Dead. You know, GTA 5 at the time was crazy. Before that, GTA 4, San Andreas, you know, all the games of their times have been amazing. But, like, this, I think, really does set the bar. Like, again, coming to the density of this scene, look at the quantity of people just here and cars. Like, it's actual, more realistic traffic where you could see all of these cars lined up. Which, again, makes me feel like GTA Online, which I'm assuming is going to, you know, they're going to use the same world. I think they're going to have to tone down how many people are in it. Like AI and like NPCs, because that is dense. Like, just look at the quantity of people. You've got all the people walking on the streets, and then all of them in the cars, and then on the other side of the street, too. And you see all the lighting and everything going on there. This looks great. I'm actually just absolutely blown away by this. And then the club scenes, because indoor stuff's going to be more dense, because you could put more NPCs in that stuff. And then a little bit of a good shot here. So this looks like we're going to have interconnected islands, which is really interesting. We're going to have the main area, it looks like, and then they're going to do a kind of a Miami type approach where it looks like we've got interconnected island chains. So I'm wondering what kind of weird stuff you're going to be able to do there. Because you can look and you can see the water's got layering to it. So it looks like you'll be able to do some kind of like aquatic type setup. You know, where you can actually go into the water. And then we've got different islands you can get to across with different vehicles or boats. And then this scene I love too. But I don't know, it's a lovely looking woman and everything like that. But if you do look at her like clothing, just the quality improvement coming from Grand Theft Auto 5 is pretty insane. But this, once again, if you're just joining in now, to me this is the thing that showcases that this game is like gameplay, is her hair. With the fuzziness of the hair, that looks definitely like the technology we have right now in regards to how hair is handled, especially with like a bit of a resolution scaling type of thing applied. That to me is gameplay, but yes, this is probably going to be like a 30 FPS game. I would be blown away if they could get this running at 60 FPS on like the consoles, but like Yeah. But for me, it's just like you look at her, she looks great, and she's got all these details, different necklaces. She's got her like parted hair. She's got like a bracelet going on there, and then the outfit, just again the texturing so well done. But then you look beyond that, and you look at the other people that are party going, the way that like the water is done. You can see that her bathing suit there in the water is actually kind of wet. And you can see the other people chilling out. And then you look way beyond that, and the city is just so full of stuff going on. Like I think you can actually see little bits of traffic here. Like it looks like the traffic does kind of end too, which would make sense. It's going to be really fun to do like tech comparisons and like city videos kind of looking at the city because it does actually kind of look like oh, there's little bits of cars going all the way up along that. Sorry, I've got like a little small preview window, but if I'm looking at the greater preview window, you could see like little bits of traffic going further, but it looks like there's more traffic right here and then it kind of parts out. Yeah. Well, it wasn't supposed to drop today. Somebody leaked it and then Rockstar was like, here you go. The FSR hair. I don't know if they'll use FSR because they have their own kind of technology and stuff like that. But it's the hair that gives it away, right? And then also on top of that, the shadows. Much better shot. That's beautiful. That's what should be the thumbnail picture. Is the the lady there. They have like an image option. Like that looks really great. She looks fantastic. But like it's just the character fidelity and stuff is absolutely amazing. It really genuinely is. And you can see the reflections too. So if you look in the far right corner, you can see the reflections of like the legs and stuff in the water. And then also the lady in the red swimming suit, you can see kind of the water like touching the outskirts of the character. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure this is actual gameplay footage, like actual in-game rendered footage. I don't think this is CGI. It's the hair. Look again to the side of the hair, right where the glasses are touching. You see how it goes all fuzzy? That's how they handle and render hair in every game. Yeah, this is absolutely gameplay. Vice City. Vice. One of the loading screens. No, that's real. And then there's like this obsession with alligators. Well, I mean, it is, it is the region, right? They're really embracing the Florida man of it all. But yeah, they've got all the alligators going on, and it looks like a lot of this is going to be like social media influencer type stuff going on, TikTok integration. Oh, I want the alligator. Well, I want to freeze frame on the alligator. So it looks like we're going to be doing drifting, car events, car culture makes sense. And then we go in here. And I love the gator shots. There is so many like gators in the backdrop of stuff. Like I'm assuming we're just going to be like walking down the street and you're going to get like mulched on or munched on, become mulch and munched on from the giant alligators just roaming around. And apparently they can go inside buildings. So yeah, we're just going to have a giant gator going out there. Florida man side quest, but it also looks like, and I don't know if this is going to be gameplay or something that we do, but it looks like we actually do some sort of like police cam type stuff, or maybe it'll just be like a cutscene you watch. And then here looks really neat too. So this one's interesting because of the mud technology. So we look at like the reflections, and when we also look at the mud on the characters. So I don't know if our characters will get muddy. I mean, obviously a big part of like Red Dead Redemption 2 was you could see the impact of your character in certain terrain. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing here too with maybe some of the muddier kind of banks and stuff like that. Thrilling Mud Club. We're going to have like Mud Club fights. Yeah, no, it is GTA 6. There's one thing, Rockstar, they keep to the traditions of, actual numbers. There's no reason video games can't have actual numbers to them, honestly. It's so weird they do that. Social media? Well, I mean, it makes sense. They want to get in with the times. Same with like GTA 5, right? You had the phone, you had all that stuff. It makes perfect sense that this would be a thing. And then we continue, but yeah, it seems like they are embracing the Florida culture to the max. And then you got this old woman. She's funny, actually. She seems pretty funny. She's got like, was those hatchets? Parties, and it looks like they've got jokes. It cures emotions. So right on par with like the usual Grand Theft Auto stuff. Oh, the club scenes look fantastic in this. Absolutely fantastic. I just can't believe I was like available to do like a live reaction to this. It just so happened that I just got home and it was like, here it all is. And I was like, whoa. So then the character model. So it looks like, again, the Bonnie and Clyde will have two characters. The question is if you're going to be able to play as both characters, as it does seem like the story largely revolves around this lady. But great, great character model on her. But the main characters always have the best character models. So it does seem like it's going to be her and him together. No overturning zone. Cops arrest man who flipped his car after Pee-wee's Dine and Dash. What the... Oh. I'm sure they'll have all kinds of clubs for you guys to visit. But yeah, again, like these areas too. Like this isn't even a main street area, but you can see the quantity of cars and people in the scenes. It just, to me, it looks like a huge upgrade to the character model quality all the way through. Absolutely fantastic. And then yeah, they're breaking into looks like a liquor store. So I'm wondering if you're gonna like start with small crimes and kind of build your way up, sort of again the whole Bonnie and Clyde type thing. I think they're gonna go with. Wonder how much they'll like romanticize that concept. And I'm hoping that I can get interviews with the main characters because I'm assuming that would be very, very popular. Yeah, well, I imagine there'd be switching between characters, even outside of... Like, I'm trying my best not to think of the leaks and have the leaks influence my thoughts on it right now, but... Yeah, I mean, it's just... Ultimately, to me, looks like that's exactly what they're going for. And intimate scenes? And then they both come out here. Lighting-wise, all the stuff. This looks fantastic. The lack of Santa hat. I mean, the Santa hat is always here, but it's not a night stream, so... You know, the Santa hat is always nearby. We stream daily, guys. Don't be afraid to stop by. World War Z tonight. And then, yeah, that is such a, like, a Vice City kind of logo design. 2025. So what does everybody think of this? I'm pretty excited. A true romance kind of story. I think it'll be more of a modern... Again, Bonnie and Clyde, I think, is the inspiration there. I think the logical ending to the story, too, probably is both of them kind of getting, like, shot up or something. I wonder if they'll go with, like, a bit of a Red Dead Redemption kind of... You know, you really get into the characters. You really get, like, behind their emotions and stuff like that. And then it's just tragic. I think would be a good idea, too. But also, maybe they want to teach you a bit about crime not paying or something. I don't know. It's Grand Theft Auto. They have fun with it. They do crazy stuff. It'll be all we play in 2025. But I am still leaning towards it being early 2025, again, going off their fiscal reporting from last month. So, could be delayed again. You know, Rockstar's infamous for their delays. But I hope they do it right between the two characters. Like, if they do a romance-type angle, it could be interesting. Just wondering how well they're going to nail that. And I love the music, too. A little bit of Tom Petty in there was nice. Yeah, this is great. Like, I'm just so blown away by the fidelity of it. And all the different cars, too. I wonder if they're going to have any branded stuff. Huh. I don't know. I'm very excited now. Like, obviously, we have hilarity in our GTA streams when we do them, but I don't, like, again, it's, if they're on, like, the Series X and the PS5, I see a 30 FPS target, because this looks too impressive. It looks way too impressive for the consoles we have. And I think the Series S is just gonna, like, you're just gonna run it digitally, and the Series S is just gonna, like, puff with smoke and stuff. Like, I can't wait to do a Series X versus Series S comparison on this one, because like they're gonna have to do some major cutbacks to make this work. I'm talking like 300p, 15 FPS. Series S is it's gonna have troubles. No games. I think with GTA they could release this any time of the year, and it's probably gonna be the biggest game of that time. Like, I'd be trying to find out when GTA is launching as a game developer and being like, a month or so around that, no thank you. Because people are either going to be saving money for this, or they're going to be ignoring any game afterwards because of this. Yeah. That's crazy. Just the lighting. So it looks like she starts in prison, gets out, and then decides to live a life of crime again. Look at all the birds. And the water gets cut up too. I wonder how live that is, if that makes sense. Like, I know, I'm pretty confident that this is gameplay. Pretty confident it's straight up gameplay. Again, we've gone over why. But, like, I'm wondering if it's going to have live water cuts and how much stuff is going to be in the environment cutting up the water and reacting to it. Yeah. I mean, even if you don't necessarily love Rockstar games, I think everybody will be peer pressuring the hell out of you to play this. You'll be like the weird one out if you're not checking this game out. You're underwhelmed? The fidelity, the quality, the improvement in this visually is like amazing. Even if you don't, again, concept-wise, aren't huge into Rockstar games, you have to just be amazed by like the visual fidelity and just the quality and the design of this one. It's just remarkable. Like, look at that city. Like, you compare this to what we've got with GTA 5, and just like the quantity of buildings and trees and people is upscaled. Can anyone read what that sign says in the top right? I wonder if that's like a joke sign. Lots of joke stuff in here. Oh yeah, this is gonna have microtransactions to the highest hilt. They're gonna make money off this to the highest degree we've ever seen. Rockstar Games presents. I want to read what that thing says, but I can't because it's too far and too small of a screen. Look at all the flamingos. Oh, we missed all the people in the crowd. I love looking at the beach crowd because there's just literally so many people there doing stuff. I can't tell, but when they're running, does the snow, or not the snow, does the sand move? I'm thinking of snow because there's no snow anywhere. Like, this just looks incredible. Like, again, clothing, the clouds, the lighting, the beach, the quantity of NPCs. I'm almost certain this is going to be like PC gameplay that they're using here. I'm surprised they didn't put like a note on the screen saying this is gameplay showcased on PC. The other thing that really surprises me is there's no marketing. So I don't think the marketing rights have been decided yet. Because usually it would open with like a PlayStation logo or like an Xbox logo. It doesn't look like anyone has the marketing rights to this game. I'm very, very surprised about it. Did anybody check the PlayStation channel or anything like that? Because usually it would... Yeah, well, I mean, by 2025 I'll probably be downgraded. You know, I'll just be getting old and stuff like that. It happens. Cancun? Nah, it's Miami. Well, it's Vice City. It's, you know, it's that area, right? It's a Florida land. It's kind of crazy too. Like all the character models, different body sizes. Yeah, I don't know if PlayStation has the marketing on this. It didn't say a PlayStation logo at the start. It didn't have an Xbox logo. I wonder if they're still battling that for that out like behind the scenes. Cuz like every PlayStation, like every like GTA 5 trailer basically had like a PlayStation logo going crazy. And this one doesn't. See the buildings, they look pretty current gen. So the buildings like with the lights and stuff like that at night, that doesn't seem too crazy. In this area here, there's the club scene. Look how many people are there though. The particle effects. These guys, the character models look great. All the chain work, all the like tattoos and everything like that are so detailed. And then this scene I love too. I've mentioned a few times. I just love the way the lighting is done, the clouds, the time of day or well, time of night, and then just how all the buildings are lit up. And then in the foreground here, see all the different cars, their lights and all the little street lights and stuff like that. Looks fantastic. Yep. Well, it got leaked and then Rockstar just released it. So again, really hoping that Rockstar doesn't like, you know, me for doing a reaction video, but it should be fine, I think. Probably. I don't know. I'm already part of the Grand Theft Auto 6 marketing hype up. Which is kind of funny. Yeah. Well, it looks like there's a later part in the trailer where there's connected islands, so it actually looks like it's a greater area. But here too, this is a great spot, which I think really goes back to the Vice City setup in terms of, you know, historical Vice City, just like the neon lights on the street, the different colors, the cars, the people doing stuff. This just looks amazing. I'm blown away by this trailer. You know, I'm not like crazy doing GTA 5 every day like some people are, but you know, well, because GTA 5 has been out for a good portion of my life, I'm kind of ready to move on. So yeah, it's always fair use till it isn't, right? But I don't think they do that stuff. I remember doing reaction trailers to like COD trailers back in the day, and I get like dinged for it. But this is where I'm saying it looks like there's multiple island chains because they're using the greater area. So it looks like we have a bunch of little small islands, but then we've also got these huge uh, highways that kind of connect the different islands. So part of the leaks were showing that you know it was kind of going to be multiple islands, and then you would travel to them using like plane or car, or I guess you could walk if you wanted to. Be a fun video or live stream to do, like walking from one part of the map all the way to the other. Would be entertaining. But yeah, that looks just absolutely fantastic. And again, this scene. So this scene I always love stopping on because we've done this a few times. Just the hair, if you look at the fuzz, to me 100% shows that this is gameplay. Actual gameplay of the game. I wonder how many bugs there. You know, the game's probably finished, but they're sitting there for a good year or two just ironing out all the bugs of it. Because, wow. I was a little worried that this was going to be like, well, I don't know if I was worried, but I was wondering if this is going to be a historical setting, but it looks to me like it's the modern era. Fishing. I hope there's fishing and snorkeling and stuff. It looks like those beaches are like beautifully primed to do snorkeling activities. It'd be really, really cool if we could do that stuff. Crossplay. I would imagine it'll probably have crossplay. I mean, why wouldn't it, right? Huh. I'm actually surprised they don't have a pre-ordering kind of thing up right now too with it. It's just like it's very interesting because I did not anticipate this at all, and I'm sure most people kind of were not expecting this today at all. Rockstar's never downgraded their graphics. I don't know if this is gonna be 60 FPS is my kind of question, is if we're actually gonna do that. Like I don't, you know, as I said, I don't think the consoles can do it. I'm like this, the fidelity here just looks way too good. You know what I mean? Like this game just looks way too good to play on. Like I don't know, like you know, I'm thinking the Series S version of this, and it's just like she's gonna be like fuzzy Play-Doh. This is what it's gonna look like. Huh. I mean, I think the scene looks amazing, and I'm pretty sure this is gameplay. I'm pretty sure you should like the stream. Subscribing's great and all that other stuff. And we stream each day, guys. But I am also curious about other people's general thoughts on this one. Live service. Oh, it's gonna have a campaign. It's doing the Bonnie and Clyde thing. But it's gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be a live service game. Obviously. I mean, GTA 5's lasted, it'll be 12 years by the time this comes out. So I mean, if you think this isn't going to be a live service game, you're crazy. They're gonna have like so many goddamn microtransactions and stuff to shove down your throat. It'll be crazy. I mean, you're gonna be buying like decorative outfits like this and all kinds of bikini stuff. I mean, they're gonna soak us, man. they're gonna absolutely soak us. But the shadow technology is so good. It really, really is. Is that like a bird over her shoulder? I think that's like a bird. Vice City. I don't know. Did you guys assume we were going back to Vice? I kind of assume so. This is crazy. I wonder how my 4090 is going to handle this. Gonna look good? Well, 2055 probably have 5090s by then, right? Yeah, probably have 5090 by that time, I guess. Oh, I think to me this is like the evolution of Grand Theft Auto. Like it perfectly matches the humor and the style of Grand Theft Auto. It's exactly on brand. I'm actually more excited and impressed by this game after this trailer. Like this is a trailer of dreams. Like it nails everything. I really don't know what else I would ask of a trailer for. Like I thought they were going to show us like a little silly tease. I mean, honestly, if they wanted to, they could have just had a trailer that said GTA 6 and a date, and that's all people would need. But like this is a genuinely impressive trailer that I think builds incredible amounts of hype. Like look at all the NPCs around here. for the setup. And I don't even think this is like a cutscene scenario. Just the quantity of them, all the lights, and at night, all the shadow work, the particles with the smoke. Yeah, but 4090 is gonna be crying. I really like. I wonder if there's like mid-gen refreshes or something coming because I just yeah, it's a pretty looking game. Like it's pretty damn great looking. I am so blown away by this PC version. That's another question too. Are we gonna get like is it gonna be consoles first and then PC, or are they gonna launch? I guess wouldn't it be funny if they launch on PC first and then consoles later or something? That would be traumatic for console users. But yeah, it's weird because as I said earlier, there's no marketing on this. Like it doesn't say there's no PlayStation logo that shows up early. There's no Xbox logo. There's no weird Epic Game Store logo. The trailer just starts. So I'm actually thinking it's probably a marketing battle behind the scenes to see what company is going to buy up the marketing rights for this. Last gen, there's no way in hell this is going to run on an Xbox One or a PS4. There's no way. I could not see this happening. Like there's too much density in the environment for those consoles. And I think the Series X, especially with like the UE5 stuff I've seen, I think it's going to struggle to run this game. I know they're really really good at like optimization and Red Dead Redemption on Xbox One is kind of an amazing feat, but damn, this is crazy. So the body cam footage, I think, like I can't decide if that's like a cinematic that they're doing or if you're going to be able to do some sort of police work. Then all the weird Florida stuff. Yeah, it is a Florida land game. That is for sure. When I think of Florida, from someone that lives in Canada, this is the kind of stuff I think of. All the weird outfits, the crazy people on the salts and all that. It would be funny though if it was only on PC for a bit. I don't know. Did they have they released any information at all? They just kind of dropped this. It was the leak, and then they're like, "Here's the trailer, guys." I love when companies do that now, because it's also they don't want the wrong representation of their property being shown. But they could have waited. But yeah, no, they're just like, "Here you go." It would be really funny though, if the reason there's no marketing is because Nintendo has it for their next console. Do you imagine if this is like running on the next Nintendo console? That'd be pretty crazy. The Switch? Yeah, right. They didn't even get GTA 5 going on the Switch. There's just no way in hell this would run on the Nintendo Switch. Huh. Yeah, no, I don't love the idea of going back to 30 FPS, but I can't see this running at 60 FPS, and I just see these consoles struggling. Rockstar, they are, as I said, amazing. Amazing in optimization, but they're not wizards. But they could be wizards, I don't know. We'll have to see how this all ends up, I guess. Then the granny again. Yeah, I'm actually so damn excited. Do we know who the actors are for this game at all? Like, has anyone actually looked into that? Raise the bar. It looks like they are raising the bar for visual quality, that is for sure. Then the Bonnie and Clyde setup. No marketing. Yeah, no. This trailer was ready to go. So what happened, very likely, which always happens, is they upload it to YouTube, and then YouTube has hundreds of employees that have access to all the uploads on YouTube, even ones that are not ready. Because there used to be a guy who would watch conferences the morning of, and they'd leak the whole thing. So somebody has access to YouTube's servers, an employee, they went, they took it, and they released it. So this was the trailer they're going to release tomorrow. So it would have had marketing on it if a company had marketing for it. So no company has marketing for it yet. Otherwise, you'd see a PlayStation logo splashed in front. You'd see PlayStation being like Grand Theft Auto 6, best on PlayStation, or something like that. And there's none of it. Seriously. Mid-gen consoles. I hope so. Well, I mean, the rumors are PlayStation's doing a mid-gen, and then Xbox isn't. I'd buy a PS5 Pro to run this at a higher frame rate. Definitely. Yeah, this would be a console seller. especially if your console runs it better. Have to do intense resolution upscaling. It'll run at like 500p and it'll upscale temporarily to like 1440p on the Series X. It's the only way. It's the only way we could do this. Yeah, so someone on YouTube, or like working at YouTube, leaked this trailer. But you know, the one they leaked had like weird Bitcoin. I'm sorry, my voice is like dying. Again, I'm a bit sick, feeling a bit better today, but I'm still dying. So much. But yeah, I could definitely, because it's just, like, that is actual gameplay. There's no question about it. Is that a shark in the water? Is that one on like a Sea-Doo or something like that? Weird. The other cool thing too is the beach is like, it's dense, but it looks realistically dense. Like there's not too much, but there's enough where you're like, that's a scene that would actually work. Damn, dude. No, I'm wondering. I'm very curious who ends up with the marketing rights for this game. Like I'm assuming it's going to be a bidding war behind the scenes. Yeah, Baby Shark. Yeah, that'd be funny. I hope they have like a Baby Shark like parody thing in this. Wouldn't that be a funny like side mission to go do like a Baby Shark thing? It's like a bunch of like baby sharks in the water, and you're like, oh my god. I don't know. Like this actually probably looks like the first true current gen game. We've seen a few games that look pretty good for current gen, but this looks phenomenal. I'm not sure if other people are as impressed as I am by this, but like this looks amazing. Again, the reporting from like Take-Two Interactive. Initially, it was supposed to be early 2024. They were supposed to release a game that made them over $1 billion. So I'm assuming it was GTA 6. And then last month, their last fiscal reporting said that this big game got delayed till the fiscal like year of late 2023, or sorry, late 2024, early 2025. So I mean, it could get delayed again, but I think I'm pretty sure it should be early 2025. Like I said, they could release it whenever the hell they want. Everyone will go out and buy this. They can release it on Christmas Day, and it crash all the servers. But seriously, any day of the year they want to release this on, they can, and it will make tons of money. It's as certain as Call of Duty, even if it's a bad Call of Duty every year, makes tons of money. And yeah, there's just no stopping the hype train on this. Yeah, no, the NPC density, but it's not only the NPC density. It's like, look at their clothing. Their clothing looks way, way better. Because I don't know if you've played GTA 5 recently, but like the character clothing models and stuff, and the character models in general look awful. They look like cheap plastic because the game is ancient. And yeah, well, I mean, it wouldn't be a Rockstar game if it didn't have a delay or two, right? Then the strip club here looks fantastic. It really does. Look at all the money flowing, all the lighting, all the effects and particles. Making it rain. Love this shot so much. Like, there's so many, like, wallpaper shots in this game. Like, that looks just beautiful. It looks like an actual real city. I mean, you could sit there and be like, oh, well, maybe some of the lighting bits here or there, but, like, yeah, this is beautiful. And it shows that the leaks that we have had over the years are accurate and correct. I would say for sure on this one. I can't believe this. I also can't believe that it'll have been 12 years between GTA 5 and GTA 6. So like GTA 7 would be like probably 15 years then, so we won't see that till like 2040. Right? Yeah, we probably won't see GTA 7 till 2040. I will be so old. I'm pretty sure this is in-game. We've talked about that a few times. I'm pretty confident it's in-game footage, dude. How the hair looks. So yeah. Club scenes. This is the coolest one though for me in terms of being like interconnected islands. I'm just wondering how large this world is, because I'm wondering if it's going to be like one big city area along the beach, connected road, and then another big city area on the other side. Would be really interesting for gameplay mechanics. I am very amused and excited about this. Great shot here with the lady. You can also see the different muscle tones and stuff. Like this is my shot where I'm like, this is gameplay, because you can tell by her hair and you can tell by her character model. Because like GTA, the character models are like great, but they're not like hyper realistic, if that makes sense. But I think this looks pretty real and looks like a great realistic take on a character. But like, you know, that this is the gameplay shot for me where I'm like, this looks like gameplay. And again, it's the fuzz around the hair makes it look like that. This is where I'm coming from. I don't know. I'm very curious to see who has marketing rights. Very curious to see how this all turns out. I'm very excited. I genuinely am. Like, I can't wait for this game now. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, but just the technology they're pushing here is going to be so exciting. Because there's nothing out there like Grand Theft Auto or like Rockstar games, right? So, how's the online going to be? They're going to have to cut down on these NPC quantities because I don't know how they're going to be able to do like crazy online stuff, keep a good performance going, and like have this many NPCs doing stuff. The cargo ships, they look like they're accessible. At least they look like you can interact with them. And all the gators, I love all the gators. It's going to be hilarious. Yeah, just going to be sitting there doing fights with the gators. Oh, this is a good freeze frame. Beware the dog. Yeah, that looks so good. Now, I am wondering if you get to do police scenarios if you're just going to be watching this. Because it is body cam footage, clearly. But they do like a first person thing. Kind of makes you wonder if we actually get to play that. Would I buy this on PC or console? Like, honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be large enough of a channel to actually get like a review code of this game. Probably not at all. I'm going to probably have to buy it on every platform to do like video stuff with. Like, I mean, I don't know where I'm going to be at in 2025 because that's well over a year away, right? Like, well over a year away. I don't know what I'll be doing. I don't know if I'll still be doing this or doing something else or what. But like, yeah, I'd have to buy it on whatever the primary platform I'm covering at that time is, and then buy it on the other platform just to cash in on stuff. Because there's so many views and there's so much like monetary like monetization to be made, like even from a content creator standpoint, that like, yeah, I'll have to get it on like every platform I can to do like comparisons, a different video, and yeah, it's gonna be the craziest game. No code, no play. Here's the thing, Slaughter. The Grand Theft Auto is way too important not to cover. It's kind of like you have to buy it because it's so important. Crazy old grandma. Well, I like the mud scene because it shows all the characters kind of like the muddy stuff. And I'm wondering if you could do that in real time with your characters like interacting with mud and particle effects. Because you kind of can with Red Dead, they get all muddy. It's tough to gain anything on YouTube. It's a very, very competitive scene. It honestly is. It's a very saturated market. But like I said, like in, you know, well over a year from now, I have no idea what I'm going to be. Nope, no play. Oh, Slaughter knows how it is. Yeah, I have no idea what it's gonna be like when I, you know, we get to that point. I'm gonna know if I'll have a larger channel or something like that or what, but it's gonna be steep competition to get code access to this game. Because early access would be phenomenal for coverage, but yeah. We have no idea about anything. We don't know what the marketing is for this one. Like, we don't know if it's going to be PlayStation, Xbox, or PC marketed. We don't know what platforms it's going to be on. We don't know how well this is going to run. I speculate, like, 30 FPS is going to be the target. If we're lucky, a 60 FPS mode for consoles. PC specs wise, we could have like the 5090 by then. I really don't know. I'll get a more billion subs in 2025. Can I have Marvillion subs? You know, the Marvels. Gonna get all the subs. Well, by that time, I'll have a gazillion Madame Wibs subscribers. Yeah. Well, I didn't grow that much, but I've grown in size pretty well over the years. I do what I can. Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, 2025 is so far off. It's far off until you get to that point, and then you're like, wow. We're just watching it, the trailer and stuff. We can do a comparison. We can do a comparison to, I could do a stream reaction to the trailer for GTA 7 in 15 years. But yeah, the hair. Okay, again, the way the fuzziness is done on her hair and the sweep, gameplay. That is gameplay. 100%. Well, 99%. I'm sure like one of the more intensive tech channels will sit there and break it down. They'll be like, it's gameplay, and then you can come back here and you'll be like, you were right, Scott. I'll be like, yep, I knew all about it. I'm just like, again, like the biggest things. Let's get a better freeze frame for that when I do my spiel, my summary spiel here. All the weird Florida people things. Such a Florida people thing. The little granny. But yeah, they're definitely embracing the social media to like the highest degree. Hmm. Look at all the stuff going on. The liquor store too is just filled with detail. I wonder how many buildings we're gonna be able to go into. Winter 2025. I hope it's early 2025. I don't want to wait till winter. Jesus. But yeah, the biggest things I've noticed are this looks like an actual current gen game. It's got a high level of fidelity to it. It looks like it's actual gameplay. It looks like we're gonna have the full suite of Grand Theft Auto, planes, boats, cars running about. It looks like they've embraced the social media angle with all the weird shots and the streaming stuff and all that. Looks like it's integrated in. Bonnie and Clyde set up in comparison with the two main characters. Some sort of romance angle, some sort of robbery thing. She gets out of jail, and then they decide to build their way up and do Bonnie and Clyde type stuff. Obviously, if you're familiar with that movie, the original is a classic, and I highly recommend watching it. You also get like a pretty young Gene Wilder in that movie, which is crazy. And then 2025, we don't know what the marketing is. We don't know the performance levels. We don't know what platforms. You're focused on the twerking. Well, the hair thing is what shows to me that it's gameplay. Like when I'm looking at something to try to figure out, is this cinematics? Is this CGI? Is this actual gameplay? You look for the telltale signs, and the telltale signs are always the hair. Always the hair. Ah, fuck.